My name is Elijah Rodriguez,
My
and
name is
we are covering my candidate, Erick Hernandez.
my name is Emily, and I'm representing Maddie.
Tonight we are doing the debate for U.S. government, and my name is Erick Calderon.
And I'm Madalynn Gimble. Given the recent rise of mental disturbance within the younger generation of Americans over at least the last decade, what would you now do to improve the mental health of our citizens? And you have 7 minutes. The way I would help our mental health of citizens would obviously it starts off like where you are, home or school, like you get bullied or you not have a good home space. So where like honestly like I would just help the people. Obviously I can't go up to them and tell them what, but it'll start by me helping schools and helping the counselors be the person for them. And then also if you're struggling at home with like healthcare, my systems will obviously like help them like for their mental health because it just starts somewhere. It doesn't just happen. And that's how I would like help that area.
Can you ask the question again? So, mental health is a really big problem in our generation. Tons of people struggle with it, and I believe that we should take it more in consideration. Like, there's a lot of problems caused because of people's mental health, people and their lives, and it's a really big problem. And I just believe that we need to take this like more into consideration, make it more like into schools, into like education. We need to be more educated about this topic, and that's what I believe.
I think your point is very valid. It does cause a lot of people to end their lives, but I think that like what you're not really going into detail of how you're gonna help. You kind of just said like, oh, like it's bad, but like, what are you gonna do exactly? Like me, I some of the systems I have in place for it. Yes, it is a very sad thing. People go through it every single day. Um, but it's like you kind of were just saying like, oh, but what are you gonna do exactly? You can't just say it, but not do have a system for it.
I understand where you're coming from, but like I it's cause I don't want to just make promises because a lot of people just say and they don't do anything about it.
Hmm.
And like I feel like that should we should leave that more up to when I actually who actually becomes president because I cannot like already come up with this system while I'm not even already elected. It really just depends. It really just depends. Yeah.
Can't say anything. Or okay. So, but like even yeah, you're not obviously elected yet, but therefore it's like, but you still don't have a thought of what you're gonna do. You're just like, oh, like when it happens, if I get elected, I'll think about it. So you don't have a
No,
beforehand. No,
yeah.
I'm not done.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't have a beforehand. So what are you gonna do exactly? You're just kind of like thinking on it, like, oh, if I get elected, I'll do it. Yes, there's no promises because you aren't elected, but you don't have anything just yet.
No, I do. Well, not really. It's
Mm-hmm.
just yeah. I feel like it should be more implemented into schools. Like we have counselors right now, but like counselors don't really, they really don't care. I
Mm-hmm.
well, I known from people's experiences that counselors they just talk to you, they just listen to you, but they really don't care. All they care about
Mm-hmm.
is like the rules and whatever. And like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it shouldn't really be like that
Mm-hmm.
because students like are scared of talking to like someone higher because they might get in trouble for it. You cannot speak your mind because it's wrong. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we should really change that here in schools, more in schools because it's mostly usually happens during schools because people are either insecure about themselves or they just in general they just like aren't comfortable in the school that they go to. So I really just believe it's just a school issue. Well, it's not really just a school issue, but like I feel like we should take it more consideration in schools.
Okay. So you just think counselors shouldn't be a thing?
No, I don't think there should be a thing. I think they still should be a thing. I just think that instead of like being so worried about the rules and about like caring about like oh like like you can't tell a counselor how you feel because they would tell somewhere else, they would tell authorities, they would put you in mental hospitals. I feel like that's
Mm.
just wrong. People that's why people don't want to speak up.
So you still don't have a system. You just are kind of just eyeballing it. okay. That's okay. That's okay.
So what system do you want?
Well, my system would obviously be like you would obviously go to your counselor, and if it's like if it's that bad, not saying like it's little problems, but if you're thinking of obviously ending your life, you should be able to talk to your counselor, and they should be able to contact your parents because at the end of the day, that is your guardian, and your parents could go on about it, and then they could bring you to a mental hospital, or you could talk to a therapist, and we could like as me like for president, I could have a system where, oh, like you talk to your parents, and what if they don't have the money for it? That's where it comes in, where certain things that we can make something work out. Obviously, I can't do it because I can't solve every problem, but there's different jobs or something that could happen to where you can't afford to talk to a therapist. Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah,
Ladies first. Go.
you can go.
Oh, I guess so. So, I mean, gun violence is a really big problem. I mean, criminals will always do what criminals do. They will still get a hold of guns, right? But like, I feel like we should still make it more like we should control the well, yeah, make the gun laws more controlled. We should do more background checks. I feel like because like it's mostly like in high schools, we want to stop gun violence in schools and everything. But like even if we, no matter how much laws we put on gun control laws, is criminals are still going to get it. We don't want to completely get rid of guns because they would also get rid of like your Second Amendment. So yeah,
I think that obviously they should be 21 and older, but I also don't think anyone should just be able to be 21, show their ID, and purchase a gun, obviously, because people don't have the right mindset. Oh, I'm just going to get a gun for protection for your family or even for yourself. Because some people, obviously, you've seen it throughout the world, is, oh, I'm going to go shoot up a school, or I'm going to go here and do this. But I think there's obviously be, as Erick said, background checks. There should be background checks because if you're a criminal before, what else? Like, you're just not going to be like, oh, I went to jail, served my time, and I'm good now. No, it's more like, maybe you shouldn't be able to give it to someone. They should have like a certain amount of years after they come out of jail because they could just pop out of jail real quick and get a gun because they're 21 and have an ID. I don't think that's right because at the end of the day, they still could just get a gun, purchase it, and just go shoot up a school or shoot up just anywhere, honestly. So yes, background checks, of course, 21 and older, but also I feel um like gang violence people can just purchase them, like it all just goes everywhere, but I think that there definitely should be a background check for it because, or a certain amount of years after you go to jail, because a lot of people do that, or something like around there.
so this is a really big topic today with all the Trump administration and everything, the immigration laws and people getting sent back. I really believe this is like a problem we should take in consideration because people really struggle getting green cards and coming over here. It takes a long time to be able to like legally come here. I feel like we should make it more accessible for people to come over here because it's not really that big of a problem. They actually help us. They help our communities. They're the ones working in the fields. They're the ones working in the constructions. They're the ones doing all the hard work. While people that actually live here, they're the ones getting the food supplies. They're getting the free stamps, everything. And I really just believe that we should make it more accessible. Like we should like come in and do treaties with Mexico so we could actually like do better background checks on people so they can be able to come better and like be able to like get green cards more easily.
For me, I think it does take a while to get like your citizenship or in that area. I do think that like if you weren't born in the U.S., like yes, you shouldn't just be able to come over here. And I think that there should be a different system on how to do it because it does take a while. But I also feel like they also just don't do everything. Like people here also do the construction and you were talking about the food stamps and whatever else. But I think that it should like not take so long, but also like I just also don't really think that like they should just be able just to walk in and just do as they please, because people, they walk in and do jobs for the people that were, they do have their citizenship here, like they're worked for it to be in that job and they're just kind of coming in and doing it. But I do think that the system should be like happening to where it's faster and easier for you to come in and do that job, but work hard for it. Don't just, just come right in. Like, work hard for it, apply, show that you can do it.
Yeah, I get you on that. Like, I do agree with you with that, but I feel like Um, yeah, like you said, like hard work. There's a lot of people here that have been here for many years and they still haven't been able to get their green cards. I feel like people who have been here like any longer than like 10 years working and paying and doing all this should be allowed to get green cards. Because a lot of people, they just could be here like their whole entire lives, 20 years working and working, and they still don't get their green card. And I feel like we should make it so people that actually obey the law and work here to like gain their income and like actually help our communities should get their green cards. Like, yeah,
Yeah, like that's what I basically just said. But I think they just need to work for it,
yeah,
like any
exactly,
other human being should work for what they want, not just be able
exactly.
to come in here and just do as they please.
Yeah, that's what the background check.
Yeah, exactly. How do you ensure that all communities receive equal access to clean air and water, as well as quality response to climate disasters such as wildfires and hurricanes?
So I would work to ensure that every community, no matter their income or location, has equal access to clean air and water. Too often, poor and rural communities are affected more by pollution and climate disasters. As president, I would invest cleaner infrastructures, improve emergency response systems, and make sure resources are distributed fairly in disasters like hurricanes and wildfires. I would also support stronger environmental protections and better preparation plans for communities can recover faster and like stay safe during emergency.
Um, for like fires, there's obviously firefighters, but they're not really doing anything half the time. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like there should definitely be more like ways to do that, like help more. Probably more job opportunities. For certain things, like certain areas, helping the people get out, or that are, just getting the fire out or stuff like that. There should just definitely be more things to help with all of that, and obviously air quality, world. Yeah, I think there just needs to be a lot of change, and that's what I would do as president.
I mean, you talk about a lot of change, but you really didn't say anything about change. Like you just like, what do you mean that firefighters don't do anything? Firefighters are like
I never
they're
said they didn't do anything. I said
that's
they
like
don't do a much.
basically the same thing.
No, I didn't say anything.
Um,
They do a lot, but not much. Because look, in our world, there still is fires every single day.
uh,
Right. Thank
yeah,
you.
and
So there you go. As I say again, there should be jobs. There should be different jobs in different sections for certain things, because they're just doing one thing, focusing on one thing. But there's other things in the world that needs to be looked at, right? Yes.
but what do their
Thank
jobs
you.
have to do
So
with the
then,
clean water?
what?
What does their jobs have to do with the question? Clean air and
Clean.
water and climate change.
Well, you know
Jobs
what?
have nothing to do with climate change.
Well, there should just be certain things. You know,
Really,
I feel
jobs?
like you just have to really look into it. You know me, I can't do everything. I have different presents and stuff to do, but there should just be other things. Sorry, Eric.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I get you.
yeah, I
I
know.
understand. Like, I mean, firefighters can't be there all the time.
Yeah,
Fires,
yeah,
but they all are there to
yeah,
respond while
yeah,
it's needed.
yeah,
And it's not only just the firefighters; it's everyone, like ambulances, like
yeah.
hospitals. And I do
Mhm,
believe that there should be more jobs to help
mhm,
the communities, but it's not
mhm,
really just jobs. I feel like it should be more as like we should provide for the people because a lot of people don't
mhm,
have what it takes to actually like combat climate change and clean
mhm.
water and all that. So yeah.
Okay.
You could go first.
Oh, okay.
You look like you're on top one.
For drug addiction, you said? Okay. You know what? I think drugs are really bad. I think, you could really be medicated with, like, medicated marijuana, for certain things. But all around the world, there's someone passing away because they get late. And I think that, they're the police officers, they just need to go find those people that are selling those drugs. And the plants, there's smoke shops and this and that. And, people just need to be ID'd more because people just go in there, walking there, thinking they can just get what they want. And I'm not going to say that part. But you know what? People just do what they want, sell the drugs, and waste it. And people die every single day. So that's where I come in as president to do and make people realize that it's not okay. Say it all over the news. Show people what drugs are doing to people. Yes, if it's prescribed to you because you need it, then that's okay. Like that's okay. People take pills from other people. Like from even the hospitals. Like you can get a pill for your mom gets, and then your daughter just gets it and overdoses. That's not okay. I feel like it should just. I think you really just need to be really safe when it comes to drugs because people are dying every single day because of it. So you know what? It's just not okay. Smoke shop people are just giving vapes to 15-year-olds, smoking it in school, and this, and that. And we're dying every single day, and that's not right, Erick.
Yeah, yeah. Like drug abuse in families is a really big problem. I mean, it happens everywhere. All you see here, like especially here, like you could just walk in the restroom, you see 20 people there all smoking. And it's like I really feel like drugs are like have really gone out of their natural use. Like drugs were meant for hospitals, they were meant to treat people, but now all they're used for are for people that just can't stop using them. And it's like I feel like we should really like just like use drugs only or not only for hospitals, but I feel like we should still like smoke shops, like she said, but we should still like we should make it less accessible because you could just walk in, you're like at least like 21, someone could just buy like a whole pack and then resell. That's like what half of everyone does, and it's like I really feel like that shouldn't be a problem. I should really should like completely like get rid of that. Like I mean, you could still like do it for your like. There's people that like struggle with it. I feel like they should still be able to like use it and like be able to like calm down on their addictions, right? But like I feel like we shouldn't let other people like just buy and sell. So we should make it more controlled. Mm-hmm.
So what I said, basically? Yeah, I think so. Thank you. No, I feel like he said a lot what I said. I agree with you, Erick. I really do. Okay? I agree with you.
I mean, you didn't really mention anything about drug abuse in households. I mean,
Well,
it's
I,
not
I
it's not
said
really just the
people are
kids.
dying everywhere. Like, it's obvious. I said daughters just still, or sons still, their mom's drugs, left their pills because they need it for anxiety, but then you overdose. I said that, but okay. Thank you, Erick. Thank you.
You could go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could you repeat the question one more time, please? You see, that's where our amendments come in. You know, they're there, they're in place. Your freedom of speech, all of that. It's all there. I feel like um, you get your rights. I mean, you get arrested, they say your rights. You should know your rights. Me as a person, I think you should just be the good citizen you are and follow those rights. Yes, people break the law and do what they want, but they're there. Educate yourself about them. Because at the end of the day, they're not probably going anywhere. They've been there for years. So those amendments are there in place for a reason. I think people just need to follow them.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I feel like we really should like keep people informed about your rights. I feel like people nowadays don't know their rights, and I feel like we should keep and enforce them more. America has always like stood for freedom, democracy, and like your human rights. I also believe we should continue supporting those values around the world. Right, the United States should work with allies to encourage a democracy, protect human rights, and support people living under oppression or violence. Right, we can do this through diplomacy, economic partnerships, humanitarian aid, and international cooperation. Right. At the same time, I believe we must be careful not to involve ourselves in. Wait, oh yeah, my bad. That was confused. That was something. That was it. My bad.
No, I agree with you.
In your opinion, should the federal government place limits on how AI can be used in areas like social media, surveillance, and political campaigns, or would too much regulation violate free speech and innovation? I really believe that AI could be a thing of the future, right? But I feel like we are trying too hard to make this a thing of right now. You see AI everywhere. Everyone, all they do is use AI. You see now commercials, people like AI completely like takes away freedom. I mean, it helps with people like that really don't have that creativity to them. But like I feel like we just really are trying too hard to make it a thing of today. I feel like we should place limits on AI,
Hmm.
not like completely get rid of it because I mean, like I said, I think it's something of the future. But I feel like we should let AI like over time like develop. It takes time to develop, and I feel like I said earlier, I think it's taking. We're trying to make this a thing right now. You see it everywhere, and I feel like we should really stop that. We should really take uh and what like it changes, like it makes a lot of changes to our climate too. I feel like overusing the AI could really change, like it could really change our lives for the better, for the worse. So I feel like we should just limit it so it could be a thing of the future, and we could actually advance on it to the point that we could actually use it for like actual like good things. You know?
I think AI is great. Genuinely, I know you used AI. I
Mm-hmm.
saw it on your page, which is okay because I agree with it because I've used it. I think it is great for some people. I think you can use it on certain things. But yes, it does get to a point. But that's on you, I think AI is just, great. It's helping the world with certain things, you know, it's just helping the world with a lot of things. Yes, it could be a little out of date, but you do use it, so I don't think you should be saying that it's something about AI. If you used it, like this thing is great, but I think AI is great, and I think it's used good if you use it right. Like not good if you want to tell your teacher like I was a doctor and I was a doctor, so don't give it to them. No, that's not okay because you're a liar. But if you use it for certain things, like oh, you need it for a job opportunity, like make you a resume, maybe for your speech you made over there, then yeah. But I think it's great. So
I mean, yeah, I never said it wasn't great. I was just saying that, like right now, like you said, people might be using it
mm-hmm.
too much. We're trying to, like I said, we are trying to make it too much a thing right now. I feel like we should like advance upon the AI and make it better so it can actually help us more. Because like right now, all the AI can do help you with are simple tasks like writing something for you, doing this. But like I feel like instead of focusing on like leaving it out for the public to open, I feel like to use, we should leave it to like to renovate and make better so we could use it for actual better tasks. Because right now AI is not perfect. It can make mistakes, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why I believe that like people that use AI to get their information, they might get wrong information, might get misinformed, and I feel like that's why we shouldn't really make it too much of a thing of today because it's not fully done like advancing. So like we should
Mm-hmm.
let it advance to its peak so we can like use it.
So now you think you should use it because
I,
earlier
I, I said it.
no,
We
I
should.
don't think you did, but okay. Okay.
Whatever.
I'm just saying you used it before, so that's all I gotta say. I think I is great. So.
That were made, I mean, today were really good phones. I feel like we should really focus on what we're saying instead of trying to just land the other person. I feel like making your whole thing about slandering the other person really isn't all that, right? But, I mean, we should focus more about what the actions and what we want to do than focusing on the other person and what they want to do. It's really just about like the actions we want to make. And as president, you should pick me because I will make those actions.
I think you should vote Madalynn Gimble for president because, yes, I'm not slandering you. I'm just stating the facts at the end of the day. I think what I can do for the country will be amazing. And if you vote for me, you'll see that. Erick, you say a lot, but you're not doing it. On my page, you can see everything I'm trying to do, and you can see all the AI he's used against me that he doesn't like. Thank you. Have a nice day. So what I said, basically? Yeah, I think so. Thank you.